I remember I made my first YouTube video about 6 months ago on my other channel before it got taken down. And I had some hypothesis of the whole NPC phenomena. I was introduced to the idea of NPCs and the fact that I was living in a Matrix computer simulation from the YouTube channel Beyond the Veil. I was very new to the information, so I was just like, what? We're in a computer simulation and everybody around me is an NPC governed by some sort of an algorithm or some sort of a hive mind? What? This is crazy. All right? But then I thought about it, and then it made everything make sense. I feel like the channel Beyond the Veil is like the missing link. Because you go to these other truth scholars that I look up to, such as Mark Passio, Max Egan from the Crow House YouTube channel, and, Jordan Maxwell. And those are the three best truther channels that I know of. But they don't understand that we're not dealing with a spiritual being who's spiritually dead. We're dealing with somebody who's literally a computer program that's based on input-output, and it gets its input from the hive mind virus, which is all popular beacons of information. It's the magazines, it's all the science that's government approved, it's the education system, it's religion, it's mainstream media, it's the entertainment industry. Okay, that's the hive mind virus, and that's where they get their input, and then they express the output, and this output is the virus itself. And then it turns them into just a clapping hand of the system that's willing to attack anybody that polarizes them. And it's very easy to polarize them because all you have to do is speak the truth, which is the opposite of what they believe, and they will attack you. Okay? And it all started to make sense to me. Like, whoa, what they're talking about is real, what they talk about on Beyond the Veil. And these other, truth researchers, they don't understand that we're dealing with programs. We're literally dealing with programs. I can predict what people say before they even open their mouth because I understand that we're dealing with red versus blue, Coke versus Pepsi, right wing versus left wing, etc., etc. Everything is dual. Everything has its pair of opposites. Okay? It's called the law of polarity or duality. And, you can look at a liberal and you just know everything about them because they are the epitome of that program. And if you look at a conservative, you know them. You know them because they are the epitome of the opposite program. So you can make all kinds of interesting predictions, and you're right 100% of the time because this algorithm is flawless. It works 100% of the time without exception. So this is very true. When I made my first YouTube video, I had some ideas on organic portals that I wanted to contribute, and I didn't think it was going to get any views. I thought, I'm going to upload this video, maybe it'll get, 7 views for people who are interested. And I was surprised to upload that video, wake up the next morning, and found that it had 200 views with all kinds of comments. And then that same video ended up getting 1,000 views within less than a month. And I was just like, whoa. And what I said in that video that I guess made my channel, that got all kinds of attention, a lot of people even re-uploaded that video, and I talked about the hallmarks of NPCs in that video. And what I said was, the first hallmark of an NPC is something I referred to as the what the fuck phenomena. So essentially what that is if you say anything to an organic portal that requires critical thinking or asking questions, or anything that goes against their program, okay, they give you a what the fuck sort of look on their face. And this is basically a sophisticated way for a robot to just be in error, right? Because it would be pretty obvious we were dealing with NPCs if they would go, error, 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 I cannot compute, error. It would be pretty obvious. So what they do is they give you kind of a what the fuck sort of look on their face when you say something like asking a grown-ass adult, okay, a 30-year-old man, if he believes in aliens. Do you believe the existence of extraterrestrials? Do you think that there is other intelligent life out in the cosmos? And they'll say, I don't know. I've never really thought about it before. Do you think it's strange that we are the only being on this planet that is not living in equilibrium with nature, and we have to pay to live even though we're supposed to be the most intelligent? I don't know. I never really thought about it before. And look at what I'm doing with my eyebrows. This body language is like, what the fuck? Are you asking me to think for myself? Are you asking me to think outside of the box? Are you asking me to go against what the government told me? Or what the anchor man reading off of his teleprompter in the 6 o'clock news told me? Error, error, orange man bad, attack. You're racist. You're a homophobe. You're a Nazi. You're literally Hitler. Sometimes, usually when you're dealing with the virus of liberalism especially, they're definitely the worst out of all the organic portals. I hate liberals. I hate them. I think they're a fucking virus. They're literally the epitome of the hive mind virus. They're exactly what the powers that should not be, what the demiurge wants them to be. That's what they are. They are a matrix child. Okay? So either they're going to give you some sort of which usually, I don't know, I never really thought about it before, or what the fuck, or you're racist, you're a homophobe, you're this, you're that, you're this, you're a conspiracy theorist. Are you asking me to actually question what my communist professor told me, who has all kinds of degrees, and or what the scientist in the lab coat told me on Dr. Oz? Are you asking me to think outside of what the establishment tells me? You must be a conspiracy theorist. This is their script that they have to play when they're in the what the fuck phenomena. They give you a question mark sort of look in the face, like you're crazy, like you got 3 heads growing out of your vagina, like you're purple. Like there's like, what? You're a conspiracy theorist. You reject science. You reject, what they told me on television. That must mean you're fucking crazy. And they got a special place for people who think for themselves. It's called in the chair of a psychiatric hospital, where he's going to look in his DSM and he's going to be like, "Oh wow, you're thinking a little too much. Well, you think we're in a computer simulation, and you're dealing that I'm a computer program? Oh, you must be schizophrenic. Oh, you must be, have this and this and this and this." I think my favorite is oppositional defiant disorder. I was labeled with that when I was a kid, when I refused to be programmed. They told me I had oppositional defiant disorder. They got labels for people who think for themselves. Most notably, conspiracy theorist. That's the best one. It's definitely a mind control tactic. A conspiracy is no longer a conspiracy once you've studied it and you find it to be fact. Fact is not conspiracy. That is a mind control tactic. But they'll call you a conspiracy theorist, they'll tell you that you're crazy, or they'll say, "I don't know, I never really thought about it before," or just, "What the fuck," or just a blank, empty stare, okay? You know what I'm talking about. Go to, pause the video, walk up to your nearest organic portal, and ask him or her if, do you trust the government? Do you think it's strange that, the Twin Towers fell, defying all laws of physics, as if it was some kind of a controlled demolition just to send our troops to the Middle East, to strip them of their resources, to put more money in Zionist pocket? Anti-Semitic, anti-Semitic, anti-Semitic. Or, oh, get out of here with that conspiracy nonsense, with that what the fuck sort of look on their face, okay? That is them in error. Because they are an input-output creature. And if you go against their input, they're going to become polarized, and they're going to attack you, and they're not going to be able to comprehend what you're saying. Because you're not dealing with a rational being that has any kind of coherence. You are dealing with a belligerent program. that cannot compute with what you're saying. Let me prove to you what I mean. There's a YouTube channel called Shane Dawson. He has like 4 million subscribers, and he makes a lot of conspiracy videos, and his conspiracy videos get like 10 million views. And so people aren't ignorant of what's going on. Everybody's watched a New World Order documentary, everybody's heard about it, but they sit down and they watch it like it's entertainment, like how you and I might watch a serial killer documentary and just be kind of entertained by it, like, whoa. Like, whoa, dude. You know, you try to talk to somebody about things of a conspiratory nature, and they're like, dude, man, I'm not stoned enough to have this fucking conversation. Oh my god, bro. Illuminati confirmed. Like, you read the fucking comments in one of these Shane Dawson videos, and he actually, I believe Shane Dawson is awake. And I believe he's trying to actually wake people up because he's aware of what's going on. But he's dealing with organic portals. And the organic portals, they're just like entertained by it. Like, they just sit down with their popcorn and, you know, listen to him talk about FEMA camps and the New World Order and all that stuff, and they're just eating their popcorn like, oh, Illuminati confirmed. Illuminati confirmed. That's one of their scripts you can add to conspiracy theorists. They'll just laugh and be like, Illuminati confirmed, ha 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 ha. So we're not dealing with people who are asleep. We're dealing with people who ultimately know what's going on, but they don't care because they don't value their own freedom. They don't value truth. They don't value consciousness or gnosis or morality. They just care about getting laid, getting likes on their Instagram post, working their slave job, focused on survival, and the gratification of their five senses. And that's all they care about. They don't give a fuck about the nature of reality. And if you try to tell them or challenge the customaries, you're going to be attacked. Okay? It's the what the fuck phenomena. It's the best way I can describe it. Okay? And another thing that's interesting about that phenomena is when they're presented with the truth, like if you give them have them watch a documentary about vaccines or chemtrails and how it's all polluted with toxic metals, and it's causing people to become fundamentally disabled, they'll just sit down and they'll watch it. They might watch it while they're eating their popcorn, finger fucking their phone, like, huh, what? Looking up like, whatever, man, I don't care. I just want to go get my dick sucked, or, I'm going to go to Starbucks, blah, blah, blah. They don't care. They don't give a shit because they have no backbone. They have nothing but egotistical, animalistic, spineless pride, and they take pleasure in their own enslavement. They love it. They're the clapping hands of the system. I bet if Lord Rothschild himself said, yeah, everybody, television is all scripted. We write the script to brainwash you. You're just worthless goyim cattle, and you're here to serve us. I think they wouldn't fucking care. I think they'd wake up to go to work the next day and not ever think about it again. I've had a person tell me, I wouldn't believe that even if it was true. That's what we're dealing with. Okay? That is the what the fuck phenomena, okay? And another hallmark of an NPC is, man, I had like 5 of them. What was the other one? The other one's very important. I don't know. I guess I'll just make one at the top of my head. They don't have the capability to think for themselves. They don't have the capability to have an original thought. Okay? It's just not in their capability. They can't think for themselves. Their mindset is a television set. The government literally owns their mind. If you connect the dots of the psychological warfare, it will make a Star of David. It'll make a pentagram because their mind is satanic. This is why they want people to be stupid. They get really stupid people and they put them in positions of star stardom because the powers that should not be, it gets their dick hard when they see their slave class worshiping stupid people. You got people worshiping Miley Cyrus, who's about as dumb as a fucking box of rocks. You got people worshiping that girl from, Dr. Phil, who said, "Catch me outside, how about that?" And now now they're like, wow, she's really stupid. She's retarded as fuck. Let's make her famous. Let's sign. She doesn't have a backbone. She's gonna sign her soul to the devil. Now we own her. Now she's a pop star, and you got people like worshiping her. And that's what we're dealing with. They can't think for themselves. And I remembered another hallmark. They just don't give a shit. This is hallmark number 2. And I accidentally actually kind of covered this when I was talking about Shane Dawson and how they just sit down and they watch these videos about truth like it's entertainment. Why is that? Because they just don't give a shit. Get a permanent marker, write it on the wall. Organic portals just don't give a shit, in all capital letters. And stare at it until it's tattooed in your psyche. Okay? They just don't give a shit because they are immoral pieces of trash who only care about themselves. And I mean, if you think about it, maybe they don't really think about themselves. I mean, I know ultimately it's just a program, but let's just consider it like us, okay? You would obviously have to be, if you're a sentient being of any kind of just a minuscule amount of consciousness, you would have to be a self-loathing creature to allow yourself as a species to get treated the way that you get treated and never even think about it. You got people who live cradle to grave and they die at the age of 172 that would never question anything. In fact, be an advocate for the way things already are. You ask them, hey, do you think there's anything wrong with the world? And it's going to be a very polarized answer. They're either going to say, yeah, Donald Trump's in office, he needs to get impeached. Or, nah, man, everything's good as long as Trump stays in office. These are the 2 programs that we're dealing with in America. Okay? And they just don't give a shit. They don't value the things that we value. They couldn't care less. If their football team loses the game, their week is ruined. If, you forget to take out the trash, or you forget to take out the dishes, and your wife or your mother rips you a new asshole. They care about little shit like that, but they don't care about the big picture because they can't see the big picture because they are not capable of seeing the big picture. I talk about this in my video. I try to redo it. How to identify an NPC. It's like a 45-minute video. You should go watch that. But this is kind of a recap because the sound quality was kind of shitty in that video, so I had to, this is just part 3. This is where all the trouble started. I made this video where I'm talking about what I'm talking about now. There was a few other hallmarks that I can't remember, but you get the idea. If you want to understand an organic portal, if you really want to understand them, just look out the window. Turn on the news. Okay? That's what we're dealing with. That's an organic portal. All right? And this is where all the trouble started. And I would like to thank all of my subscribers, because if I didn't get so much love on that video, I was like, shit, I make a video, I get 1,000 subscribers, I get 100 I get 100 subscribers, I get 1,000 views, like, shit, I'll make more videos. And then I kept making videos, and I was pushing like 700 subscribers, and then they took my channel down. Now I had to start all from scratch, like Left Side of the Brain had to do when they took his channel down. But hey, it's good to be here. I welcome you guys, and I thank you for your love. It's crazy. I upload a video, and it's only up for like 7 hours, and all of my subscribers have already watched the video. It's like I upload a video and then you guys get excited. You guys see the notification. You're like, oh, cool, Non-Conformist Radio made another video, and you click on it, and that makes me feel good. It really does. And if you want to contact me, add me on Facebook. My Facebook is Fish Corbett. That's FISHCORBETT. I'll be happy to accept your friend request if you want to send me a personal message. Hell, if you want to fucking video chat with me, I'm down. I'm down, because you guys are my soul family. That's what we are. We are a frequency match, because we are brothers of the soul and sisters of the soul. And I love you all. I really do. And I'm glad that you guys enjoy my content. It really warms my heart. It's kind of crazy, because, you know, I don't rewatch my videos when I film it. I just upload it. And when I sit down and watch my videos, sometimes I cringe. I'm like, I can't stand the sound of my own voice. But I mean, you guys seem to love it, so I'm thankful for that. I'll keep making videos.